and I am here with your love reading, Mercury Retrograde edition for the month of July. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to go into is your oracle card, and I am going to zoom in on that because I want you to see what we're dealing with here, because the shadow energy is representing pretty much the same thing. Okay, these cards don't have titles, they just have numbers. All right, so this would have to do with support. Okay, you have to align where you are, why you're there. Is it helping or harming you? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of? Do you feel like it's too much heavy of a weight, or do you feel like the support is even between you and somebody else? Okay, because if you're here, you could have volunteered, hey, I will support you through whatever this is at this time. Okay, but sometimes things get too heavy, and this is when we have to readjust, realign, or communicate with the other person that, hey, either I need a break or we need to make things a lot more equal between us. But if you have made the agreement that you would be the waiter, this person vice versa, then so be it. Or you guys could be working together, and this is what you're wanting to create here. So this is a big thing of strength, courage, but also agreement, and also establishing boundaries. You know, whenever you're tired or whenever you need someone to lean on, you need to speak up about that. Okay, then we have your shadow energy, which actually looks similar to that because it has to do with balance, the yin and the yang here, the passive and aggressive, the active and resistance. Okay, so we need to make sure there is proper attention paid to both people. All right, you can also be dealing with the Libra. The Libra energy does poke out to me as the sign in the background. So just pay attention to that when you're dealing or dating with somebody at this time, because it has to deal with the level of equality between two people. I mean, sometimes we do agree to things, but then eventually we kind of have to change our mind and be like, okay, now I'm needing this. So it's just evaluation time during Mercury retrograde here. The overall energy is I do have a lack, and that is a lack of support, and it may even be physical, financially, or just a feeling. The feeling of not being supported. Oh, another overall energy is faith. You should have more faith in us is the overall thought of this connection or connections to come. Now, your energy here, you are the supporter. All right, so you are the one with the coin in the hand. I'm dependable, I'm trustworthy, I'm loyal. I can be your backbone. So you are showing up here as that backbone energy. Okay, so that makes sense. Now let me zoom out. And this can be vice versa. Take it how it is. You know how this goes. Okay, but that's what I am seeing here. Now, some people, they make that promise because this is a promise. You know, I will do that for you. I know that you're going through hard times. Maybe somebody is going through a hard time on a personal level, and you are their supporter here. Okay, now their energy here is the Queen of Swords. The problem here, how I want to say this, I don't feel like it's so-called taken advantage of, and I don't mind being there for you, but gratitude is a big thing in here. Like, you don't have to do anything back for me necessarily, but gratitude is very important to any type of circumstance where somebody is helping you or being a big supporter. Somebody doesn't feel like you, it's about appreciation. That's the word I'm looking for. It's about appreciation. Do you appreciate me? You don't act like it. But then another person feels like I said thank you. But what's lacking here is the emotional feeling of everything that is going on. Emotional gratitude, the delicacy, the expression. Okay? All right. Now, let's get into your thoughts, Scorpio. Minor. We have minor things here. Not big. Some people, some expired things going on here, things that need to be buried. there are outside things that are interfering. It could be an air sign, okay? Could be an air sign that's interfering, but this is kind of my outside interference or the energy of the connection here. But it is causing turbulence and a disconnection, so we'll see what's going on within that. But I feel like also financially is another outside interference, okay? Also, if you're dealing with this kind of person, it could be things that they have been through, as far as this person can have trust issues, and you can be fully trusting. That will cause a gap or distance between two of you here. I'm trying to open up, I'm trying to be there for you, I'm trying to do this and do that, but this person, you know, they still have that wall. This is having to be able to allow, being receptive, okay? Also, we have satisfaction. So that's what's on your mind, is being satisfied, and that is the number representative of 9 too. So some of you feel just fine doing this, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you have to make sure this person is receptive, or we will be tipping the scales when it comes to karmic energy, okay? Now, what's on this person's mind at this time? Some of you exploring my options. You may have your mind set on somebody, but they are still on the outside here. And the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords look like a pair, a partner. I'm not saying that it is, but these two seem to operate different. Like I said, they can be an influence or even a water sign here. Okay, but this is not every single person. There's different thoughts and situations that are in here, but somebody is still like doing their own thing. 60-40 connection. Wow, this is really showing up as a balance issue. Somebody putting forth way more energy than the other person is. Okay, love or lust. It's time to go back to the drawing board and figure out why you are so into this person, or why you guys connected in the first place. Okay, runner chaser. Oh, I love you not. I like you not. I'm still kind of curious about what's going on out there. Nothing's going on out there, so I come back to you. I give you more attention than I give somebody else, but I mean, there's still other options on the table. There's a lot of situations here, okay? And then giving it time. Like somebody is still keeping an open mind about the situation, but also, you know, holding on, or, you know, detaching themselves from any type of outcome. Keeping an open possibility. And I feel like the other person has closed, you know, any other possibility. They've decided you are the person that I want. Okay, my aim is towards you, but the other person, it's not like that. Okay, so let's go here. So this is where that gap of energy is, of feeling the unsupportiveness. It's all in the mind for one person to another. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay these out. Very hesitant. And this, because what I heard is you don't have anything to worry about, but I've heard that so many times. But you hear that, and that means you do have something to worry about. But people, you know, oh, I'm just, you know, still conversating, but you don't have anything to worry about, you know, you're the one that I want. Okay, well, if that's the case, then why are you on this 7 of Cups mission? You know, of still having not just 1 or 2 options, but a whole bunch of them. So there's something that I'm missing within there. There's something that's not being said, okay, and trying to cover up. And I've heard that story a lot. And you see, that doesn't always turn out right. Okay, so the situation, yep, look, the 2 of Wands. I told you. 2 energies. 2 energies, same goal. For some of you, I'm not gonna lie, this person is connecting with somebody else more deeply, more on a level of compatibility. That's why I said you need to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of, because they could see you as more of a coin. Like, you're foundational. This person, they have a vibe, but, you know, they may not be ready for commitment. There's still a tie outside of this situation. For some reason, somebody is feeling like, I'll eventually get over somebody else, and then I'll come closer together with this person. That's just too much for me. But you know, if you're patient, this is a card of patience. So if you're patient, you would, I guess, understand. Okay, I'm on the outside here looking in. But yeah, that's what's going on here, and it's all, this face is going towards the future, but you can't take two things with you. Okay. Well, the universe is wanting us to be with this. They're wanting us to be happy, but there is a level of dissatisfaction. They're wanting you to see, because some of you are, they're wanting you to see things for what they really are. Or somebody, because somebody is trying to push this, and we're going to have to let it, we're going to have to go with the flow and see how it pans out. They're wanting you to be happy, but in reverse, there's something, whether you are ignoring it or not, that is just really questionable to you. And you feel it. You're a Scorpio. This is your intuitive energy. So it's real. What you feel is real. Okay. The obstacle, look at that. The Eight of Swords. It's time to, anytime I get that, it means you need to declutter. Something has to go. Something has to be released, moved, however the case may be. So nobody wastes their time. Yep. There is something else. If it's not a person, it's an obligation that is in the way. Okay? Because the process of two people coming together, it just seems to be unbalanced here. One person's trying harder. Even if it has to do, I text you, I call you, I check up on you, I bring you food, you know, I take you out to dinner, and the other person is kind of just there. Like enjoying it. I understand the feeling of that. Okay, yep, look at that. The root of this, it's a Libra energy. It is about balance. You have this one, the shadow card, this energy, all of it is representing this, and it's not aligned. It may have been at first. At first, the reciprocation could have been equal, but now it's starting to decline for some reading, and that's because somebody has kind of drifted off elsewhere, and they have to either come back in alignment or make their choice of what they want to do. So there's some openness here. There is an opening. There is some receptiveness. Because like I said, this has to deal with, you know, choosing a path, and it looks like the path is chosen. Sorry. Okay. Be careful. Because what happens, and I will be honest, because I see this and I'm getting two different messages for this. But somebody, you know, you're like, I don't want to do this. Somebody goes for something new, and it was a personal choice. It was a choice of pleasure, hormonal choice, you know, and it doesn't go as planned. Because the Six of Wands is like, I got what I wanted. For me, in relationships or connections, it's like, I got what I wanted. This is a personal victory. But in reverse, that means you thought, because this person is looking back on this. So somebody really has to think about these options. Because new comes into play, but new may not be good. And for some people, because this is, I told you, it's a whole nother storyline. For those who you're being more so taken advantage of, a new opportunity does come into play for you. But you don't, I feel like it's a starting over. Because in reality, this is a win for you, right? But you know how you have to let something go that you had high expectations for? you don't feel like you won. This is one of those things where it's like you really got past whatever this is. You really got past this karmic energy of something being out of whack, but still, I really had high hopes for this. So I don't feel like I won it all. Even though this new potential comes into play, and it could be better than what I've already been dealing with. Could be an air sign, doesn't have to be, or even a water sign, I believe. But everybody has had that feeling where like something better comes in, but it's like, if I just wanted you, I didn't want new. But this is what the conclusion has come to, okay? So how to get over this is that Ten of Swords. For those who it is not equal, and you may be aware of an outside or a third party or some type of interference that is just hindering the whole relationship and is throwing it off, is to complete that. But the more of the completion is in the mind. It's what we have already kind of written to be there. The reality that we had, that's why I feel like that is here. Like the reality that we had about the outcome is totally different from the outcome. That's why I said declutter the mind, okay? So if we are to go in a different route, oh, look at there. So connections, like I said, for some of you, because there's a soulmate energy here as well. But like I said, there's two storylines. For one of you, minor adjustments is all that's needed, because I have minor disagreements. That's for one storyline, okay? For the second one, expired soul contract, this is over and done with. That's where this Ten of Swords comes into play. The lesson is complete. The connection is complete with this standing upright. But because we have to let this go, and because we've gotten over this and we've prevailed, we really didn't want to leave that alone. But there's a new portal of romantic opportunity, and that leads you to another soulmate or a companion here. Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm getting for the two storylines. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a blessed